She had 17 journals full of brilliant ideas, and not one finished page of the novel she kept promising the world. Until one rainy night in Austin, a stranger with an umbrella changed everything, with 2 plain notebooks and one rule she almost ignored. Well now, pull up a chair. Grandpa Ben here. Tonight I'm bringing you a story from East Austin, about a young woman named Mia who could win contests, but couldn't start the book she kept talking about. If you've ever said, "I'll begin when I'm ready," stick around. This one might change how you see your own someday. Mia Torres grew up in a little blue house with a porch that squeaked when it rained. Her mama ran a bakery. Her abuela told stories in English and Spanish, and Mia loved everyone. By 16, she was winning school writing contests. Short pieces, essays, poems she actually finished. Teachers said, "This girl's going places." At 20, she dropped out of community college, not 'cause she flunked, but 'cause she was restless. By 22, she worked nights at a coffee shop on South Congress, served lattes to tourists, and went home to a room stacked with notebooks. Novel ideas, character sketches, the great American story, someday. She'd dream up opening lines, plot twists, whole chapters in her head. But the novel, the big one she wouldn't shut up about to anyone who'd listen, never got written. Sit down to chapter 1, and her fingers locked up. "It's not ready," she'd say. "Gotta be perfect. Need more life experience first." Her roommate Jade, loud, loyal, no nonsense, would peek over and go, "Girl, you've been almost starting that novel forever. No cap, you're stuck in draft hell." Mia would laugh it off, but at 2 a.m., staring at a blank doc still titled Chapter 1, she felt that empty pit in her chest. She wasn't lazy. She was waiting for inspiration to show up like it owed her rent. Waiting to feel like a real novelist before she wrote one real page. And while she waited, life moved on without her. One October evening, Mia missed her bus. Rain came down hard, the kind Austin throws at you without warning. She ducked under the awning of a closed bookstore on South Congress, freezing in her thrift store jacket. That's where I found her. I was visiting my niece nearby, umbrella in hand like any sensible old man. "Need company till the next bus, young lady?" Mia looked up. "Sure, thanks, mister." "Grandpa Ben," I said, "you look like you're carrying a whole library in your head." She almost broke right there. We walked slow toward the next stop, rain drumming my umbrella. Mia spilled it all, the notebooks, the coffee shop, the novel stuck in tomorrow. 17 journals at home, she said, labels on every cover, not one page of the big book. I listened without fixing, without rushing. At the shelter, I pulled out 2 plain notebooks and wrote on the covers, "Someday Stories, today, 1 page only." "You've got 17 at home," I said. "These 2 are the only ones that matter now." "Simple rules," I said. "First one's for perfect ideas you'll write when life feels ready. No pressure. Second one's different every night. 1 page. Bad writing's fine. Ugly sentences welcome. 1 page, Mia. Non-negotiable. Why 2? Most folks fail 'cause they think a dream's gotta be born perfect. Or not at all. Someday feeds the dreamer. Today feeds the writer. Only one of them changes your life." The bus came. She climbed on, notebooks tight against her chest. Didn't believe me yet, but she was tired enough to try. That night started on the wet walk from that bookstore awning, not some magic bus stop. but right there on South Congress where she finally quit making excuses. Now, I wasn't in her apartment those next weeks. Didn't watch her write at midnight. But months later, over coffee on the same street, Mia told me every detail. Week 1, she opened Someday first, of course. Wrote a killer opening about a girl who could hear colours. Read it 12 times, closed the book, felt proud, never touched Today. Week 2, Jade found her staring at the ceiling, doing nothing. "Stop romanticising the muse," Jade said. "Get real, Mia. 1 page, that's it." That nudge pushed her to open Today. Handshaking, she wrote, "No clue what I'm doing. Coffee shop smelled like burnt almond syrup. Guy in a red cap ordered decaf and winked like it was classified info. That's it. Page 1. Messy, small, real. Next night. Abuela's hands, flour under the nails, stories rolling off her tongue. Night 3. Dish fight with Jade turned into 2 sisters and a broken plate. Night 4. Rain, missed bus, old man, umbrella. Night after night. 1 page. When she counted up, Today held 30 pages. 30 nights she showed up, not 30 days since we met. Someday, 4 pretty paragraphs and a whole lot of blank space. 30 pages, not a novel, not fame, but proof she could show up without a lightning bolt of inspiration. Then the hard part hit. Early winter, after Thanksgiving, about 6 weeks after she wrote page 1 in Today. Mia flipped back through Today and cringed. "This is trash," she muttered. "Amateur hour." Almost quit. Almost crawled back to Someday and the fantasy of the perfect opening. That Friday, her mama called from the bakery. "Mia, you sound stuck. Come frost cupcakes. Stop thinking so loud." Mia went, flour on her jeans, icing on her thumb. Her mama said, "You know how a wedding cake gets made." 1 layer at a time. First layer. Ugly sometimes, but necessary, her mama said. Mia went home and wrote page 41. Baker's daughter. Art and hunger in the same kitchen. Spring hit Austin like green fire. Her manager posted a flyer. Small local quarterly. Submissions due in 10 days. Mia's stomach flipped. She wanted to send Someday stuff. The colour hearing girl. The polished paragraph. Wasn't done. Might never be. So she opened Today, way past page 40 by then, and flipped back to the first 30 pages, hunting for something worth sending. Not perfect, but alive. There. Pages 22 through 24. A piece about a girl who missed buses, met strangers, and learned stories start in wet alleys, not perfect rooms. She typed it up. Fixed 1 sentence, 1. Hit submit, heart in her throat. "Whatever happens," Jade said, "you finally put it out there. That's huge. Out there. Not dreamed out there." 6 weeks later, long enough to forget, short enough to surprise, Mia got an email. Subject, accepted. Her story, born from 1-page nights, would run in the summer issue. Not the novel, not the fame she'd pictured at 19, but her name, in print, real as rain. She walked back to that bookstore awning on South Congress, where she'd stood in the rain the night we met, 'cause that's where she stopped waiting and started listening. I wasn't there that day. Didn't need to be. Over coffee later, Mia said she still keeps both notebooks on the shelf beside the other 15. Someday, mostly empty, a reminder. Today, filled page after page. Grandpa Ben, I thought novelists waited for lightning. Turns out lightning's scared of blank pages. You got to show up first, 1 page at a time. I smiled. That's the whole sermon, child. So, dear listener, Mia's story ain't about talent. It's about the lie that readiness comes before action. It doesn't. Action makes you ready. One honest page tonight beats a perfect plan in your head. Bad words beat blank pages every time. Like this story. Subscribe to Grandpa Ben's Story Hour. Share it with someone stuck on someday. Tonight, open the notebook you've been dodging. One page, that's all. Good night, my friends. Grandpa Ben, signing off.